Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, June 22nd, 2023. And today we shall be discussing something very, very important. And that is, what is the most critical question? What's the most important question you can ask new teammates in order for you not to waste your time? Again, not the most critical question you can ask not to waste their time, because you're not wasting their time. You're their leader. You're here to make things happen. The most critical question you can ask for you not to waste your time. So basically, what you're doing with your new person is you want to test for sincerity. You want to test for sincerity. Now, why is this important? This is important because if you don't test for sincerity, you are here trying to have a relationship where the person is going to go from average and ordinary to extraordinarily successful, but the person is just putting their toe in the water. That will not work for you because you have to apply the Pareto principle to your business, which is you have to go look for the 20% who will do 80% of the work. That person doesn't care about that. That person probably doesn't know about that. So again, by asking this one question, you're going to be able to immediately do a litmus test to see if the person is the kind of person who has the potential to be a player, or somebody who is just going to be there to waste your time, or someone who's going to be there to do things once in a while. So the question is this, and guys, it's important to take notes because all these things I share with you, I don't spend time preparing for this M3 just so that I can do an M3. So I can say, yes, today's goals, M3 at 10:30, I've done it. That's not the goal. That's never my goal. My goal is to deliver value. My goal is to make sure that we end up having the strongest possible team of business owners that has ever existed. But it comes from stretching your thinking. So again, please write this down. So anyway, the question is, how do you feel about this business? Again, the question is, how do you feel about this business? As soon as you've done the IBA, ask this question. Write their response down so that you will have a frame of reference. You're going to ask this question again when they get their first promotion. They're going to ask this question again when they get, when you finish their orientation. In fact, during the orientation, after the orientation, I will ask that question. But again, the question is, how do you feel about this business? Why is this important? Because when you listen, you are going to get 3 types of commitment. 3. Now, what are those 3 types of commitments, you may ask? Well, these 3 types of commitments are literally going to be the roadmap you need when you're dealing with this person that will save you lots of time, energy, effort. So the first, and again, guys, please take notes because I want you to utilize these things. I've taught you so many things and you don't use so many of them. Learn these things, apply these things so you can be the best version of yourself possible. The first commitment is when the new teammate says, well, I'll try. So we've done the IBA, so Mark, how do you feel about this business? Yeah, I like it, I'll try. When the person says, I'll try, this is the weakest form of commitment. This is the commitment that creates people who are literally adding a number to your numbers. these people are at the very best extremely temporary. How do you feel about the business? Oh, I like it, I'll try. The second type of commitment is when the new teammate says, I'll do my best. Now, you might say to yourself, well, he said he's going to do his best. Oh, wow, she said she's going to do her best. Yeah, they've said that. And this is better than a person who says, yes, I'll try. And the average player will probably say, I'll try. The average, well, let me rephrase that. The average teammate who comes in will probably say, I'll try. The average player being somebody who puts something up on the books once in a while, will probably say, I'll do the best I can. But finally, there is the third type of commitment, the third answer, which is what you're looking for to determine if you have a leader. And that's whom you want to spend your time with. And what is that answer? That answer is, I will do whatever it takes. So, Robert, so how do you feel about this business? I love it. I'll do whatever it takes to win. Aha. Aha. That is your leader. Because now, I'm not saying that everybody who says that is going to win. No. But when a person says that, you already know that mentally they're where they need to be. Because that is the first step a person who wants to be a leader has to make. And that is taking mental ownership of making it happen no matter what. Think of it this way. Imagine you are getting married and you are taking your vows, and the priest or whomever, or the justice of the peace or the judge or whomever says, so how do you feel about this marriage? Now that I'm about to make you man and wife, how do you feel about this marriage? And the person says, one of the spouses says, I'll try. What? How's that going to work? You already know it's probably not going to work. What if the person says, do you take this man as a lawfully wedded husband, for better, for worse, for richer, or for poor, till death do you part? And then the person says, I'll do the best I can. Again, you'll be like, whoa, this is definitely not one for the books. But when the person says sincerely, I'll do whatever it takes to make my marriage work, you know that that person is in it to win it. So it's kind of the same thing. So again, the first step is making that commitment, and the person says, I'll do whatever it takes. Our potential leaders will make this type of commitment. Our players, people who put something, they play, they put a number here, they put a number there, they'll say, I'll do the best I can, and that's fine. People who are non-starters, people who are just numbers will say, I'll try. So again, it takes a lot more than obviously saying these words to actually become a leader. But if someone is unwilling to make the first step, my advice to you is save your time for someone who deserves and needs you more than this person. Because again, if you're chasing that person, a person who's already told you, I'll try, person's not ready. Person is not ready. So again, think of it. Someone says, wow, new teammate, you brought the person on board. Romeo, how are you excited? What do you think about the business? Wow, Viviana, this business sounds pretty good. I'm ready to give it a try. What has this person told you? So what does this even mean to the person? When a person, and it's the psychology of everything, when a person tells you he'll try, what does that mean? Does it mean that if Romeo doesn't get a check, his first check by Saturday, Or if he doesn't see money and results by this time next week, he'll quit? Does it mean that he'll put in work for a few weeks, and if he is not lucky, he'll try something else? Basically, what your person is saying is this: I will try it. It seems to be convenient at this moment in time, and it doesn't appear to require much work. Now, if you press a little harder for a commitment, because you want a commitment, people have to be committed to you, just like you're committed to them. Like I am committed to everybody here. There is no time I'm supposed to show up that I don't show up for any of them. You know, by like clockwork, for example, 10:30, I am here and I'm bringing my A game. Facts. You have to be the same way with your people, and they have to be the same way with you. So when you press a little harder with this particular person for a commitment, what you'll hear the person say is, when you tell him what he or she needs to do, wait, Viviana, are you telling me that I have to show up every morning at 10:30 a.m. for a Zoom and then again at 6:30? Scratch that. Are you telling me that I have to show up every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. and every Saturday from 10 to 3? Why do I need to do that? I already know how, it's going to go. Somebody's going to talk, somebody's going to do rah, rah, rah. And, and you're telling me I have to get my own personal plan done? Why do I have to do that? I just want to sell it. Or they can ask you, why, again, back to what I just said, why do I have to go to training? Why do I have to go to M3 every morning? I mean, we have quote unquote leaders here who don't even show up to M3s every morning. They're not making any money, but they don't show up. Like, why do I have to show up to training? I just want to be rich. Isn't there a shortcut? So again, this is a person who says, I'll try. This is a person who says, I try. So basically, we're talking to a person here who has the lowest level of commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, hearing the sound of my voice, this is not a potential leader. You cannot build your organization around that person. That person is going to show up, look around, maybe get your hopes up, and then ride off into the sunset. That's the lowest level. A person who says, I will try. Now let's move on to the next level. This is a person, and this is the player, a person who puts up something here and there. You ask your new teammate, how do you feel? So, Jamal, how do you feel about this business? Hey, listen, Christian, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. You have my word, I'll do my best. That's a good commitment, isn't it? It is. It is. You want people to say, at the very least, hey, look, Mariama, I want to be a VP, and you have my commitment that I'll do my best. But you know what? Even though you know that this person will do his very best, but the question you have to ask yourself mentally, if his best isn't good enough to get him to the top, what happens? And we see this every day, even in Team Alpha. Well, I did my best. I gave it my best. It just didn't work out. The commitment was, I'll do my best. And they did their best. Didn't work out. Now, you've been with this person yesterday by a message they got from someone who's going to get a job. This person has been with us for 1.5 years, 2 years. Didn't do anything. Never mastered the business, but he did his best. So again, you have a person who says, I'll do my best after you invest your time and energy. And of course, if you're building your business, you'll invest money in this person. And 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 years later, the person is nowhere to be found. because he did his best and it just didn't work out, you've wasted your time. But in all fairness, the person gave his best effort. The person worked as hard as he could. And that's a very good commitment. But that didn't make him or her into a leader. What that made him was a player being somebody who is on the field, which is he puts up a recruit, he puts up a policy, he puts up a legal shield, whatever. And there is nothing wrong with that. I want thousands and thousands and thousands of those people. But the commitment level of I'll do my best isn't enough of a payoff for you to risk avoiding people who really want to be at the top. Those are your potential leaders. If you want a person to be a leader, which is a person who is going to go on RVP track and be an RVP, you need a higher level of commitment. You need real commitment. And this is what I said earlier. So again, you go to another leader. And I'll use Mariama as an example because Mariama is a leader who became a VP. And when we started back in the day, I asked Mariama, how do you feel about this business? And she said, I love it. I'll do whatever it takes. I'm going to get to the top. That's the kind of commitment we all want. Now, the person might have ups and downs, highs and lows, but the commitment is there. Because with this kind of commitment, a person can withstand whatever negative energy is coming their way. And there will be plenty of negative energy. You will be rejected by your friends. You'll be rejected by your relatives. People you feel are in your corner will be like, what? You're doing what? But this leader does not slow down. This leader does not stop. This leader responds to all these challenges with what? The spirit of total commitment to his or her goal. When a bunch of people he's spoken to, whether hot market, cold market, whatever, say no, guess what this person does? That's perfectly fine. I'll just go talk to some more people. When his team or her team all quit, what does he say to himself or what does she say to herself? Maybe I need to do some more work to improve communication. Maybe I need to go talk to more people. Whatever it takes, I'm going to keep on moving. When somebody says that, I don't want to do this business anymore, I'm going to go do a job. What does the person say to himself? Well, Mr. Teammate, it's not what you do that will make me rich. It's what I do, my personal effort and my effectiveness that will make me rich. I am staying with this program. I'm staying coachable till I succeed. So again, that's a difference, a huge difference that a total commitment can make. And the people who make that commitment are the rare individuals you need to invest in to develop them into true leaders. And guys, it doesn't take much. Our responsibility here is, if we want to be super successful, is to have 3 VPs. We want to be super successful. 3 VPs who are performing, which means they're doing a minimum of 20 by 20. 3 vice presidents doing 20 by 20, you'll be wealthy. You get 5, beyond your wildest imagination. But even before you go there, when you're in a base shop especially, that is your opportunity to learn how to develop those people. And I'm telling you, the secret starts with you understanding what you have in front of you. And that's the question. And you see, the challenge we have, or we seem to have, is we're not bringing enough people through the pipeline to ask any sort of question. We need to have more people coming through the pipeline so that you guys can see the magic of the big numbers work. We've done 100 by 100, so it's not like we're here thinking, Does this work? It works. We've transitioned to a virtual organization, so it's a bit different, but it's still the same concept. It's still the same concept. We bring enough people, we ask them the A, B, C question. Once we're done asking them the A, B, or C question, we jump into, we get the IBA, then we ask them the commitment question or the feeling question, whatever we want to call this question. And it's the feeling question, that's what we'll call it. How do you feel about this business? Again, 3 answers. Wow, I like it. I'll try. Nah. Already your radar goes up. Nope, this isn't the person. I like it. I'll do the best I can. Nah. Radar goes off. This is also not the person, but this is a person that will at least probably do something. What do you feel about this business? I like it. I love it. I'll do whatever it takes to win here. Boom. Let me give this person my time. Because guys, understand, winning here is not magic. Winning in business, period. In fact, I was reading something yesterday, and the person, I can't remember, he's a world-class something or the other. The person said, if you invest 18 minutes a day on practicing your craft, you will become better after 1 year than probably 95% of the people on earth at that thing. And then he said, if you do it for a number of years, you'll be in the top 1%. 18 minutes, 18. Everybody can put 18 minutes into practicing these things. ABC. So guys, and again, not to deviate from this particular thing, but all the things we get taught here, we need to practice, drill, and rehearse them with our people. And by people, I mean our leaders. I'm not saying with your new person. So for example, at the end of this meeting, you guys should have written this down. Sometime during the course of the day, find an accountability partner, whether it's a permanent accountability partner, whether it's a short-term accountability partner, it doesn't really matter. But find an accountability partner and say, hey, I need to ask you the feeling question. Let's role play. Let's role play. And it's very simple. So let's say Martin is Viviana's accountability partner. Viviana, let me ask you a question. So they've agreed they're going to play the feeling question. So Viviana, now that I've shown you what we do, how we do it, you're on board. How do you feel about the business? That's literally what you ask. How do you feel about this business? Why do you want to ask that? Why do you want to ask that repeatedly? So that you become unconsciously conscious that you have to ask that question. Everything here, you need to get to the point of being unconsciously competent, unconsciously conscious, unconsciously competent, so that you are doing those things without thinking. Like yesterday, I was at an event, plenty of very, very, very successful people. And, you know, I spoke and I was like, wow, these people actually, the ones I spoke with, they respect me for my financial. I'm not talking about distribution or building financial services business. I'm talking of the client solutions part of the business. But because I know it well enough, they were like, yeah. So somebody was like, yeah, my wife and I, we have a huge annuity she inherited from her parents. We're paying a ton of taxes every year. We need to do something. And I was answering the question. I'm like, oh, it's because I've put in the practice. But the same thing later on when I was heading back home after the event, I was in an Uber. And again, prospecting. By the time the man got me to the station, I knew his whole life story, and we have an appointment for today. Why? Because I have been practicing how to prospect forever. So again, guys, and here's a 4-pointer. So again, guys, the same thing applies to this. You must learn how to ask the feeling question. And it's the simplest thing you can ask. How do you feel about this business? I feel good, I feel fine, I feel this way all the time, whatever they say. but they will tell you. And what you're looking for, the second part, when you ask, you need to internalize what you're looking for, which is one of three answers. And I promise you, everybody will give you one of these three answers. They might not say it in exactly those words, but everybody will give you one of these three answers. And the answers are, I'll try, I'll do my best, and I'll do whatever it takes. I'll try, I'll do my best, I'll do whatever it takes. And immediately they say that, you already know what to expect. You already know what to expect. A person who says, I'll try, is not going to do the same thing as a person who says, I'll do whatever it takes. Now, with the passage of time, maybe after you do the orientation, maybe they'll go from I'll try to I'll do the best I can. Maybe they'll go from I'll do the best I can, I'll do whatever it takes. Maybe. But people are people. People are people. And again, guys, the reason I'm telling you this is because I want everyone here to work what? To work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, which means you don't waste time on the wrong people. It's very easy to waste time on the wrong people in this business. I'm a champion of wasting time on the wrong people because I want to carry everybody along. But you shouldn't be that way because you don't have the luxury of time. And then again, by the way, as I close, ask yourself this question. When it comes to you, what's your attitude to this business? Is it a I'll try? Is it I'll do the best I can? Or is it I'll do whatever it takes? Ask yourself that question. Is it an I'll try? Is it I'll do the best I can? Or is it I'll do whatever it takes? My suggestion is, irrespective of whichever one it is for you, move yourself into the I'll do whatever it takes category. Why? Because when you move yourself into the whatever it takes category, it's going to happen. When you move yourself into that category, it's going to happen. Why? Because that's how the universe works. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to have all your dreams come true. But none of that will happen if you don't commit to doing whatever it takes. If all you commit to the universe is trying, the universe is going to do the exact same thing for you, which is it will help you try. It will help you try. You want to try? No problem. Let's try. If you go all in, whatever it takes, the universe will be like, no problem. You're all in. Let me make it happen. Now, the universe might test you, but the universe will make it happen. All right, everybody. My name is Coach Alexander. If you're listening on YouTube, obviously, we'd love to hear from you. We're always expanding. If you'd like to work with us, find out more about what we do, leave a comment. Obviously, subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you. God bless Team Alpha. God bless America. And most